Hey everybody, my name is Lee and welcome to Classic Truck Adventures. We got a very exciting day today. Just got a shipment in from Off-Road Design. We got their disc brake conversion kit, steel braided brake lines, and a Yukon locker. It's all going in this 14 bolt, so let's get it installed. So we're on the first step of doing the disc brake conversion. The drums are actually attached behind the hub, so we have to pull the hub off, take the drum off, then we can put the bracket on that we're supplied and the rotor. So in order to get this drum off of this hub, we have to remove the wheel studs. In doing so, it damages them, so we will install new ones when we put the new rotor on. This axle came out of a junkyard and it had been sitting in an axle pile for, the guy estimated, 20 plus years. So anyways, that drum did not come off very well. It took a lot of hammering, a lot of beating. I finally got it off of there, so I decided just to go ahead and take that one off and get that drum off of there. I also got all the old brake lines off, and I also went ahead and put on this other caliper bracket, so that's all installed. So the only thing left we have to do for the conversion is go ahead and get the rotors installed on those. I want to take the wheel bearings out, make sure they're all good and clean them up, put new axle seals in. We can get the hubs back on, reinstall the brakes, get it bled out, and then we can move on to the locker. Just a little bit of information about this kit that Off-Road Design sells. It is designed to use a 73 to 87 GM 3/4 ton front brake rotor. It also could use the same caliper. It is also designed to use a heavy-duty brake setup, but I don't have heavy-duty brakes in the front, so I'm just going to put the light duties on. So now let's go get it installed. I got the new rotors, put the new axle seals in, all the bearings look good, so now we're going to throw them on the truck.
Yes.
Well, we got about half of today's project done. We got the brake lines on, all the calipers are on. The disc brake conversion is pretty much done, just got to bleed the brakes out. So now we can move on to getting the cover off. And let's go ahead and get this locker installed. These lockers are actually pretty simple to install. You got to pull both your axle shafts. You can go ahead and pull this carrier out, and you simply just unbolt this ring gear. This will split in two. You can put the locker in. I'll show you how that works in a minute. These diffs are pretty nice because they don't actually use shims. They have adjuster nuts, which makes it pretty simple to get these in and out and set it back up when we're done. We just start with taking all the ring gear bolts out, and we'll get the ring gear off and get this carrier separated. And after that, just give that a few taps, and it'll pop right off of there. And we just take all the old differential gears out. We're not going to use those anymore. And then this piece just sits right back in place where the diff gears were. But I'm going to go ahead and get this all cleaned up and get it put back together and get it back in the truck. Just a little side note, this bolt is bolted through the locker. Do not remove that until it's bolted into the carrier, or the locker will come apart. I went ahead and got this all set up. Backlash is all set. So now I just got to clean it up and get the diff cover back on. Thanks for watching, everybody. I am so excited to get this thing going and get on the trail. Now that we got the brakes done and the locker done, we can go ahead and get the rest of the truck complete, get the box back on it, and take this thing out for a run.